Ah, what a glorious day. Just finished mowing the back half. Say hi, old Blue. Say hi, Clifford. Say hi, Calamity. Say hello, Poulin. That's the only one I've not named. So what's going on? Hear that little squirrel cage fan? It's been blowing in there for quite some time. Get the switch off. There we go. And just by running that and drying it off, a lot of the rust flaked off. So I got a little something to show you here. We'll use the hood of old Blue for it. It's not pretty. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? That's what just fell out of the tank. Yeah, boy. Nice, huh? Give me a Ziploc bag, put that in there. Just as a memento of what kind of condition the tank was in. But what's our next step? Well, I ordered 2 quarts of rust reformer. I've seen and read a lot of great reviews on it, so we're going to use that. Or well, that might not be the exact name of it. I'll figure out what it is and I'll put a link to it down in the description. So when that gets here, that's what the tank's going to get. But before that happens, I'm going to take my air chisel and a block of soft wood and just gently vibrate the tank. I'll use a spot that I know is good and solid, like down in here in the cavity where I know it's good and solid. And I'll vibrate the tank as best I can to get more rust out. And then after that, I will then fill the tank with that rust converter stuffs, and it says to leave it in 24 hours roughly. You mix it with water. So I'll put the 2 quarts in there and then I'll fill that with water and let it sit for 24 hours, and we will see what kind of job it does. From the results that I've seen on other YouTube videos that have reviewed the product, it does an awesome job. So after I get done doing that, then I am going to, of course, inspect the tank. I'll put my borescope in there and take a good look at it. Then I bought a quart of red coat tank liner sealer, and that will go in there. We'll distribute that all around everywhere, and obviously keep the fuel inlet. I'll use a couple of scrap screws that are just long enough to keep the holes clear, and probably just a rubber plug in the center hole there so that I can put the fuel petcock back in. Fuel petcock cleaned up good enough that I can reuse it. Then I have to let that red coat sit for roughly 24 hours, and after that is done, it should be golden. It should be ready to go. So that's where we're at on that. I have been too busy to pull the carburetors off yet. That is to come soon. And another quick little announcement. The garden has produced its first vegetables. Yeehaw. And my youngest daughter has already laid claim to them. Let me turn the microphone around. See, I'm learning. I'm learning to turn the microphone around before I start talking at the camera. It is a hot one today. It's 91 degrees. At least there's a breeze. Hopefully this microphone is drowning out the breeze. But I'm going to be kind of quiet here. You guys won't hear me very well, so I'll just be quiet and I'll just show you the garden. It's looking good. We've had so much rain, I've only had to water the garden once or twice. This one's going crazy, waiting for it to put, oh wait, we've got one, I see it. And a little one down there. This is not summer squash. Look at this. Looks like acorn squash. Huh. Well, I guess we'll have some acorn squash. That's odd. Everything is doing really, really well. You can see these cages are 3 feet tall. The tomato plants are about to crest over top of them. These are the pineapple tomatoes. They're doing good. My weeds are doing good too. It's got to be dry enough for me to come out and spray. And I've not sprayed right here because I have peppers in here. So I'm letting everything come up so that I can find the peppers and then weed through the peppers. Because I don't want to pull the pepper. Know what I mean? Yummy, yummy, yummy. Peppers may be a fail this year. We'll see. I can get in and get all this stuff pulled. I've just been too busy. Anyway, there is an update on the garden. There is an update on the Honda, the Bill. I have not addressed the alternator yet. I have not addressed the carburetors yet, as I mentioned. As much junk as came out of that gas tank, I'm real worried about the carburetors, but we shall see. I'm alright with a little bit of oxidization in there, but what's important to me is that the floats operate the way they're supposed to, and that all the jets are clear and clean, and that the needles are in good shape, so that when I put it back on, it'll act like a real motorcycle instead of a stubborn, half-running motorcycle. And Sir Moto, I agree with him. He said that he did not suggest going through the oil hole to separate the clutch plates on purpose, although he does know about that trick, but he said he didn't want to suggest that to me because you still don't know the condition of the clutch. And he's exactly right, and I will be going through that clutch to make sure that the springs are okay and that everything else is okay in there. So that being said, Sir Moto, you're right. I got impatient, and well, I didn't really get impatient. I got on and asked the best way to unstick the clutch that has been sitting for 13 years, and that was the answer on the chat forum, with a resounding bunch of replies that said, yeah, that's the way to go. So, but I'm in agreement with you, Sir Moto. Take that side cover off, pull that clutch pack apart, and make sure that everything's good to go with it. If not, new clutch pack, new springs, the whole nine will go in there. So when that time comes, we'll certainly pop the camera on, no doubt about it. And I guess that about wraps it up for right now. That is all that Zippo has going on, with the exception of working on a bunch of push mowers. So this is your friendly neighborhood Zippo. If you like this video and this quick little update on the Honda and the garden update and me just babbling, smash that like button for me, please. I'd really appreciate it. We've kind of missed our mark of trying to hit 100 likes on the videos. It's fallen back down to 70s, 80s, 90s. So it really does help me out. So please, 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 smash it. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Zippo later. I'm out of here.